Parents, listen up. Today, you are going to hear a lot about your child's education. That's because Governor Brian Kemp is going to sign a number of bills into law that's going to affect every public school in the state.
And these laws are really going to tackle some issues that have been at the center of big debates all over the country. The governor will sign legislation that speed up the process to ban books from school libraries, make it easier to restrict transgender students in sports, and limit how teachers in K-12 schools can talk about race. Critical race theory has quickly become a talking point in politics, right? So an important distinction here. Our team has not found any evidence of CRT being taught in K-12 Georgia public schools.
This is actually something most often taught in law school, not impacting our students whatsoever. But faculty at Atlanta's HBCUs, they're embracing conversations now about race. And they have something to say now that that topic is back in the spotlight. 11 Alive's Karis Belger live for us this morning at the Atlanta University Consortium. Karis, what can you tell us about this approach now to talking about race at this level?
Now, good morning. So I've actually been speaking with professors at Clark Atlanta University and Morehouse College. They both tell me that conversations surrounding race are common at HBCUs. They've been happening for years, but they've really ramped up over the last few years as conversations about CRT have picked up. But one professor in particular, Dr. Adrian Jones, explains that being at an HBCU allows students to fill in some of those gaps they're not getting in their K-12 education. Dr. Jones also explained that she's often able to help students articulate things they don't always understand and put into context how race plays a part in some of the things that they are seeing and experiencing. But she says some of the challenges stem from students not having a full context of things they learned before college, and some conversations about race in K-12 classroom. Excluding conversations about race in K-12 classrooms will only exacerbate these challenges.
If students find material to be problematic, that is part of the lesson, right? They're able to write about that, talk about that, understand that cognitively so that when they are out in the world, they've got traction, not only for understanding what's happened in the past, but for understanding, the impact of that.
So Dr. Jones says being at a school like Morehouse and HBCU allows her to help students better understand, but she does understand that excluding some of these conversations will impact her colleagues who teach K-12 education because they won't always be able to put into context some of the things that students are learning in the classroom.
Right. Karis, and today civil rights organizations plan to publicly condemn what they call censorship surrounding talks about race in the classroom. The Southern Poverty Law Center and the ACLU will outline new resources for students and parents to report how the new laws will impact learning in their school districts.